I'm glad to be here. It's a lot of fun so far. It's a pretty good festival. Before I start my set, I like to warn people because I don't want to make people uncomfortable purposely. But like some of the things that I say during my set could be deemed abnormal or uncomfortable, and I don't like it when just people make things uncomfortable without warning them. And if you do so happen to feel offended during my set, I completely get where you're coming from because a lot of my family members are easily offended by jokes. I'll give you an example. The other day I was on Facebook. I read this joke and I wanted to tell my mom the joke that I read. So I went up to her. I was like, "Hey mom, what is the first thing you think of when you think of a broken condom?" She goes, "That's easy, I think of you." Kind of insecure about some of my body features. Like, since I'm 17, I'm kind of going through like the braces stage. Show of hands, how many guys have gone through like the braces stage in life? Like, really, just one?
I have braces.
Oh, did you?
I have braces now, but I have braces.
Alright, so I thought I was insecure. What the fuck was that? What the fuck just happened? I feel pretty good right now. Give me a second. Do I go back to material? Why I'm so insecure is like most of my friends will kind of tease me about my braces. Like, I'll go to my friend's house and they'll start teasing me. Like, I'll walk in a room, I'll smile, and they'll be like, "Hey, nice cheese grater you got there." "Oh, that's a good one, Tyson." "Hey, nice train tracks." "Clever one, Patrick." Or, you know, "Hey, I bet if you had a dick in your mouth, it still wouldn't look as gay as that monstrosity." And I have to say, "You know, Grandma, that wasn't very nice. Times have changed." Some of the things I like, since I'm 17, it's kind of weird. I do like a little bit of like poetry. And like some of my favorite people are poets and artists. Poets and artists such as William Shakespeare, Edgar Allan Poe, T.S. Eliot, Soulja Boy. So many classical poets and artists that I kind of wrote a poem, and I hope you don't mind me sharing it real quick. Just one little short poem. This was supposed to be a song that I've been writing, but I just couldn't find a place to like just put it in. But anyways, it's really short, and it's called "What Did I Do This Morning?" I bought a dildo this morning at 9. That was because I have always wanted a big dick, even if it's not mine. So, some of you might be thinking, it wasn't very poetic. Here's the thing about poems for me. Poetry is kind of like a G-spot. I think I know how they work. Still kind of deciding. I grew up in a Christian home, and I really did. I grew up in a Christian home, and being raised in a house full of Christians and having my distant family members being Catholic, I was always taught that Catholicism and Christianity were like the same thing, but I didn't really understand what the differences were until I went to a Catholic service by myself. And I didn't really have the best time there, not because it was like I wasn't open to the idea of opening up to a religion. It was because I had not eaten anything all day, I had not drinking anything all day. So I was really hungry and thirsty. But the best part about it was, and soon to be the worst part about it was, I was sitting next to a very beautiful lady who happened to be a mother. But she did the rudest thing I have ever seen anyone do in public. It was kind of disgusting, and what she did was, she pulled out her breast, and she started to feed her child in front of me, in front of God. And I got very upset. I calmly yelled, and I was like, "Hey! I'm hungry too, bitch!" some things that I like is I like comic books, and some of my favorite comic book characters are like, you know, Batman, Superman, but my favorite comic book character is Spider-Man, and that's because, you know, me and Spidey, we have a lot in common. You know, one, we're both teenagers. Two, we crack jokes sometimes. And three, we both can produce sticky white substances with the movement of our wrists. So, spins a web and he size 3 inches. Well, thank you guys. I got homework to do, so I will see you later. Thank you guys. Have a great night.